Okay, so I am going to give you guys a little crash course in Slack. So this is for folks who are very new to it. Um, Everyone may have been introduced to it now since I have the Inclusive Romance Project community centered on the Slack channels. So if you're new to it, don't be discouraged or intimidated. It's very easy. Like I said, in my previous email to folks, like at the very bare minimum, it is a chat platform at its essentials, but it could do so much more. But we typically use it for chatting, and that's what you can use to get familiar with. And then as we go on, like my job is to kind of like navigate a little bit to show you a couple of cool points and things that you can use with it while you're in the community. So first off, the Slack channel is the Inclusive Romance Project. It's called Inclusive Romance Proj.slack.com for the actual site that you get in. So all of you guys will have an invite to get in. When you do, you'll get into a couple of channels already, which is the general channel, which is just kind of like community-wide announcements and questions. We don't have any topic focus in there. Usually people go in there to say hi and introduce themselves. There's a couple of other channels that we grow, like the ones that we have right now is based on some particular focus. So we have our mentorship meetup, which a lot of you are a participant of. This is the room for mentees and mentors who are in here just kind of introducing themselves, kind of passively getting to know each other. And if there's people that you want to talk more of, just kind of breaking the ice a little bit. I also have our Rainbow Romance group for our LGBTQ community. It's a safe space for them to talk about their books, and if they want to get together for any kind of talks or critiques. Also, we have our random room, which is kind of like a general group, but this one is probably where we really should put all like the kind of one-off stuff that really doesn't fit into any general announcements. So like, for example, I just suggested a movie. I would not likely put that in the general room, so I don't want it to get too noisy. But a random, this is where we have like our non-writing banter and water cooler conversation, just kind of shooting and sharing recipes. So that's the random room. We also have our work in progress critique room. We have a work in progress critique group, and this is where participants are able to come in and like share their submissions, for us to ask questions, and then for us to get together, that we do once a month via Zoom for our critique. So that's the room there. Also have DEI Real Talk room and writing room, which is for folks who want to pair up and talk about their word count goals and do sprints. And then the AM querying group for those who have questions around like queries, information and resources around that. This room is for writers who are actually in that process of that journey. So that's kind of the rooms that are in effect as I'm recording this. Sorry, I'm just kind of running out of room to talk about stuff. So that's the rooms. So let's talk about a little bit of other things here. So you can talk in a room, and that message is seen by everyone. If there's a particular individual that you want to direct message, over here on your left navigation, you'll be able to have an area here for direct message. And if there's somebody that you want to speak to, there's two ways you can do it. You can do it here from the left nav and hit the plus sign. And then from here, you just need to type in the person. I'm just gonna click on Sam. And then you hit go, and it's going to bring up a chat box for you. If not, another way you can do it is if you are seeing this person in a room and you would like to direct message them, you can click on their name and it will give you the option for you to message or to call them. So yes, so while we're here, to let you know that One, it's good for you to fill out your profile so people kind of know a little bit about you. And two, you can choose to direct message them, or you can actually video call them. So you can call them and not show your video, or you can choose to show your video. But yes, all those things are accessible when you want to contact somebody who is in this space. So that is an opportunity there, one of the cool functionalities. Another thing is when you're writing, so there's a couple of ways that you can interact with folks in the groups. So like in the general room, you see a lot of different responses here. You can do your message, add whatever kind of links you want. You can format it however you want. There's also, you can mention somebody, as you can see here, there's a mention, and that will like let the person get a notification that someone has tagged them. You can also put emojis, and there are tons of emojis in here. It's redunculous. And really cool inclusive note, you can do it in different shades too. So totally love that. But yeah, all these little different emojis, have fun with it, lots of fun. You can attach files as well. Be mindful that if you are uploading a file in a room, everyone in that room has access and sees that. So if you are sharing a file that you want to have with your mentee or between your mentor, make sure that you direct message them. So when you are sending them that file, so it is just between you guys, okay? So got that. When someone sends something, you see these little hearts here when they post in the room. If you want to interact, you just hover over that message and it'll give you here this little box. And you can choose to add a reaction. If you want to add a smiley face or a heart, whatever you want to use. If you want to start a thread, which is actually helpful if somebody is asking a particular question or a topic in the room, and you want to be able to keep it as a separate thread where everything is kind of focused, then you can do that. So what it will do is when you start a thread, actually I could kind of show you an action here. When you start a thread, you're just replying to that individual, and you can view the thread, and it starts right here. So if you're a person that just wants to focus on this particular topic, the whole point of Slack is to make focused conversation and to eliminate noise, even though you have a lot of people in groups. So this is one of those functionalities that there's probably lots of things and conversations that are going on in this room. However, this is the conversation that you want to continue. Then you can start a thread here, and then it's just not flowing throughout all of the messages getting lost. That way, in your conversation with Savannah, she continues to see that message on that thread and doesn't have to hunt for it. So that's another thing that you can do. You can share the message, you can save it. Other things you can do, you can pin to the channel or remind yourself about it. All kinds of fun stuff there. So that is pretty much how much I want to kind of go into here. But yeah, it's a really fun tool, a way for us to communicate as a group. You can direct message more than one person. So like I said here, like suppose that there are 3 people that you wanted to message all at once in like a little mini group. You can choose those individuals from here and then hit go, and then it will create like a little direct message section for just you and these folks. So there's lots of different ways for you to have communication with people within the Slack group. Please, yes, when you get in, please invest in a little time in building out your profile. I told Kristen I was going to use her as a really good example. But yeah, have a nice picture, a picture of yourself so people can put something to you, know who you are, the face to a name, and then like share a little bit about you. What are your strengths are? What are you looking for? And that helps folks who are just kind of breaking the ice, getting to know people, to know a little bit about you before just diving in. So, all right, go out there and be awesome. All right, thanks.